Protect yourself and your family from unexpected challenges. Consider accident-only income protection. Click the link in the description to find out more.
Boxing King Media in association with SaveMoreMoney.com. Gary Cully. Gary, you're just wrapping up camp. A big fight for you coming up in a week or so's time. How is everything?
Yeah, bro, everything's good. I'm in my new home in Liverpool the last 10-12 weeks. Really settled in, really enjoying it, and I'm in a really good place. So yeah, I'm excited to be back in a couple of weeks, and looking forward to putting on a show and a big performance. I've been learning lots in this gym, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting back in there and putting things right again.
I'm going to we'll start off with the negative side of things first. We'll talk about the last fight. We won't go on about it too long because I'm pretty sure you want to forget about it. But how was that for you to take as a fighter? Because obviously it's your big homecoming fight, everything you dreamt of, fighting in front of your home crowd. You had an awesome ring walk. I was there. You had, I think, your childhood friend singing you out. So how did you deal with that, in that moment?
I'm still dealing with it, I guess. It's one of them things, isn't it? It was heartbreaking. My whole life's work and whole dreams work went into all of my dreams for 17, 18, 19 years of boxing was towards this, get a big fight in Dublin, and there was lots of build up, and it was built to be this party and this celebration of boxing back in Dublin, and yeah, I didn't deliver the goods, obviously. Katie on the wrong side of a decision as well, so it wasn't a great night, but it's part and parcel of the game. I've accepted it. I've taken full responsibility for it. Got outside my comfort zone, come to Liverpool, changed things up, shook things up, and like I said, it's part and parcel of the game, but I'm looking forward to getting in there and putting things right and showing what Gary Cully's really about on the 25th of November.
I was just curious to know, what it must be like, because you must have gone online and seen people writing negative stuff about you. Obviously, the occasion as well, it was a massive sellout crowd as well, and to obviously suffer, because the fight was going your way up until that shot that you landed. Did it kind of teach you anything about boxing, stuff that you probably didn't know about before, whether how the ruthless game can be as well, how things can just turn in a matter of seconds?
I think I've always known that, but probably wasn't aware of it enough on the night. I've been watching boxing my whole life now, and I've seen these things happen time and time again. But just thought on that night that I was invincible, I guess, and that I was made of steel and I was going to walk through this guy. And things can turn on their head very quickly. We always say one punch can change a whole fight, and they can. And it did on that night. Yeah, I believe I'm more skillful and a better fighter around the board than Jose Felix, but I didn't show him enough respect on that night. I took him for granted a little bit, and yeah, I paid the price for it. Obviously, saying about coming back from negative comments and all that kind of stuff, I try to, when the good is good and when the bad is bad, no matter what it is, I try to stay away from all of that. If you think I'm good, thank you. If you think I'm shit, thank you as well. But I'm living my dreams every day. I'm chasing my dreams. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm happy, man. So I'm good. If you think I'm shit, if you think I'm good, thank you very much. But I'm gonna do my best to improve every day to become the best fighter that I possibly can, and that fighter I believe can win a world title, and multiple world titles at that. So I'm going to continue to try and master my craft and to put the practice in every single day to become the best fighter that I possibly can. If you're saying good comments, if you're saying bad comments, it is what it is. I'm just here trying to improve and living out my dreams every day, so I'm good, man.
Fair play to you, man, and it's worth picking up the positive from that, even though obviously the way it ended. there's something that you can't train in fighters, and you only find that out when you're in them sort of moments, was the fact that you got back up and you wanted to carry on fighting. And some fighters out there may have chosen not to carry on fighting, but you kind of showed that side of yourself which you can only kind of see when you're in that moment. So you obviously learned something about yourself in a positive way.
I've always known that. I guess what other people found that out about me, that I've actually got too much balls, because if I'd have got on my bike a little bit and survived the round and got to the end of the round and got the minute and got a slap in the face and a bit of ice cold water thrown in my face, I think I would have woken up and been told, okay, now give the next round away, get on your bike. You don't need to fight fire with fire, I guess. I tried to fight fire with fire while I was hurt and got caught again. If I had went the other way, tried to survive, got to the end of the round, recovered after the next round, I think I would have come on strong and won the fight. But look, like I said, I had too much balls on the night and tried to fight fire with fire, and it's boxing's not about that sometimes. It is, you've got to show you're tough, but sometimes it's about the punches that you don't throw, not the ones that you do. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I guess I made that night, was trying to fight fire with fire. When I was hurt, I responded in the wrong way. I responded with my balls and saying, I'm going to show this guy how tough I am, but I should have probably got on my bike a little bit more, use my head. Obviously it's not easy when you get hit and you get hurt, and your vision is a little bit cloudy, to use your brain and use your head, but I should have been a little bit more experienced, I guess, in that situation, which I will be now in future. But yeah, it was a learning curve for sure.
You live and learn. And moving on, you've got another opportunity to fight again in Dublin in front of a massive, it's an even bigger show this time. You've got REECE MOULD, and I was just saying to you, and I said to Reece the other day as well, that I'm intrigued to see the height difference between both of you guys, because Reece obviously was originally a featherweight, but he's got like a really good resurgence in the last year or so, got some really good wins, and he's on form. So it's going to be an interesting clash, and you fighting another fighter that's going to be a lot shorter than you.
Yeah, no surprise there. I've always got a couple of inches on my opponent. I'm just very, very big for the weight. But yeah, REECE MOULD, no mug. 18 wins, one loss only to Lee Wood, obviously, who's a world champion. So he knows his way around. He's been around for a long time. And yeah, he's got a couple of good wins. He was English champion before. I'm obviously the current Irish champion, so I think it fits the Dublin bill very, very well. England versus Ireland in Dublin. Obviously, Katie fighting Chantel, another England versus Ireland. So to kind of build a card like that, we tried to do that in May, and Reece and his team weren't interested. Obviously, I've took a loss now. They see some what they think is vulnerabilities maybe, and they're trying to jump on that, but probably think it's a good time to get me. I believe it's the worst time possible to get me, but it makes for a good fight. It makes for an interesting matchup, and I'm looking forward to getting in and sharing the ring with him. Yeah.
And without looking too far ahead, is there like a plan in place? What's Eddie Hearn saying? Is there going to be a potential Felix rematch down the line, or is there another route, world titles? What are you thinking?
Me personally, I believe I'm good enough to win world titles. That's in the far, far distance from me right now. My sole focus is just getting back to winning ways. I've lived the past 6 months of my life feeling like I'm not winning, because I'm coming off the first defeat in my career. I'm not in that winner's circle, and I want to get back into that club. I believe that's where I belong. I work very, very hard, and I believe I belong in the winners club, and I haven't been in there since May. So I've put in a good camp. Like I said, I've got outside my comfort zone. I've shook things up, and I'm just looking forward to getting back in the winners club on November 25th. Spending some time with my missus, and enjoying Christmas. I've been away here for the last three and a half months, in Liverpool in camp. So just want to get back to winning ways. Get going in 2024 again and start pushing towards world titles. Whether that be going through a Jose Felix rematch, or whether it be going a different route, let's see in 2024. But my full focus for the rest of 2023 is getting back to winning ways and getting back to Dublin and putting on a show for my home fans.
I wish you all the best. I've got one other question for you, Gary. Obviously, you train with Kevin and Katie. Obviously, you're going to be biased for Katie, but out of Katie Taylor, Chantal Cameron, and Kevin Ajako versus Troy Williamson, which one of them's got a harder fight?
Wow, I can't answer that question. Kevin's got a really tough fight. Troy's been around the block. Very experienced dude, very tough dude. Been on Team GB, so his amateur background is there as well, you know. So Kevin's got a big step up ahead of him. Looking really good in the gym, and I'm confident that he gets in and does the job. But like I said, this is boxing. Everybody was confident that I get in and do the job against Felix. So he's got to be on his A game, but I believe he'll be on his A game, and he'll get through Troy, and he comes out on top of that one. Katie and Chantel, she's obviously been beaten by Chantel already, so that in itself is a challenge to come back against somebody who's beaten you. That mental challenge, and to try and make that right. I'm Katie's biggest fan, and I believe that she can definitely come back and win her titles. She still holds her titles, but win Chantel's titles. Become 2-weight undisputed, and I was gonna say go down in history, but she's already went down in history numerous times. Get back to winning ways and continue her rise as well, and continue to make history in female boxing.
It was a tough question. You kind of just wiggled your way out of that one. I thought I'm not going to ask you who's going to win because you're just going to say, your people that you're supporting. But I thought, see if you can tell me which one you think's got the harder fight. But it's cool, Gary. I'll probably see you in Ireland next week. All the best as you wrap up camp, and may the best man win.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of a motorway with a broken down car? Like me, is that something that worries you? That's where motor breakdown insurance comes in. If your vehicle breaks down, a trained professional will be sent out to get you back on the road. Or if this is not possible within the specified time frame, to transport you to your home or to the nearest garage.